we're going to go through these steps with your unboxing of your Vielight. We're going to unbox it, then we're going to assemble it. We're going to show you how the power works. We're going to, what does that say backwards? We're going to check the function. We're going to fit it to your head. We're going to tell you about how long to use it and how often to use it. All right, let's get started. All right, so you've got your Vielight device. What do you do with it now? This is the device we use to help restore brain function and to maintain brain function. First thing you're going to do, it's going to be sealed right here. So you'll take some scissors or a knife. I already cut mine, so you'll slice that open or you peel it open. All right, so then we've got our box. Inside the box, we have another box. So we'll take that, we'll toss that. This is a nice little case that comes with it. Unzip that. And in here, it's bagged in another bag. And I've already opened that one. So if you cut it carefully so you don't cut any cords inside. There are electrical cords. This is a very expensive device. Okay, and inside there's a goodie bag. Inside this bag is a charging block and cords and a wall plug. Okay, so I won't take those out for now. I'll take them out in just a moment. And then the rest of this in the bag is your Vielight device. Let's take that out. And there's also in here a nasal probe. And this may already come plugged in, but if it doesn't, I'll show you where to plug it in. So the nasal probe is in a little bag like this. So you'll take it out of that bag. It's sealed in there, so you unseal it, take it out of the bag, and it's probably already plugged in. But if it's not, and I'll show you where to do that in a minute. Okay, so we're going to set this one aside. I'm going to take the one that I use every day so that I can actually show you how it fits to the head, etc. Okay, so we continue the unboxing, and let's get the nasal probe. So it's right here. Let's put this together. There is a front part with this big wide headband, and then the back part, which has these two light sources here. And the light source closest to the top, this one here, is where you plug it in. There's a little place on the side. Right in there. Okay, just plug it in there. Okay, so we're good. So that's on the back side of it. And there's another cord that comes off. And this cord is one you don't plug in. It's already there. That's our cord to our power. So let's do some power now. Two ways you can power this on. One is with a wall plug. So we'll show you that first. And so what we have, this part that comes out, this USB that comes out of the headset. Okay, that we can just plug straight into here. Plug it into the wall. Okay. The other way to power this, and so that's nice. And there's a that puts you pretty close to the wall, so it's not as ideal. There is an extension cord. These two pieces here, so you can plug this into this. And then you plug this into here. And then you plug in the wall. So that gives you a little more distance. I personally don't like using this one. I don't like plugging it straight into the wall because it just ties me to the wall. So I use the charging block. charging block comes in this box. And then you could still use your extension cord or not. I usually don't. I usually just stick it in my pocket. Stick this in my pocket. And the way to check the power for this, there's a little button on the side. Here, hard to see that. But you push that button, and then you can see lights turn on. So this has got 3 out of 4 charge, so that's fine. So then we plug this in here. All right, and I heard a little beep. That beep tells me that this is now receiving power, which is good. Now, how do you power this? We charge this just like you would any other charging block. All right, you can use this wall plug, and you take this cord. You plug this cord in to here, and then you plug this in into here, which is then plugged into the wall, and it charges. All right, charges pretty quickly. All right, so now to the fun stuff. We put it together, we powered it on. Now we want to check the function. We heard the little sound. There's no lights yet on though, so we have to turn it on. So on the top of the unit, there is a power button. Just push till. Make sure our power block. Now, if the power block turns off, then it might not get power, so we have to do that again. So we've got the lights on here. And let's do power again here. Okay, good. So I held it for a few seconds, released it, and then we get light. Now we can check each of our little probes, so we can see there's light on each one of these. And so we've got 1 on the frontal lobe, we've got 2 on the side, we've got 2 on the back. And then we have a nasal probe. Nasal probe, you have to look straight in it to see a light there. And you can see that red light on. Okay, great. So we've got power, and we've turned it on. It's important to have it on, right? Just because there's power to it doesn't mean it's working. And now we're going to fit it to our head. The direction. So this big wide band, it goes over your forehead. Okay, and this part goes over the back. That's the direction. And then you want to make sure these on the side they can get kind of little cattywampus. So you want to make sure they're right against your head, straight down to the side. They'll almost always fall right where they need to, but it's good to make sure. And you might even, if you've got really thick hair, you might wiggle them a little bit to go through some of that thick hair. And then these, you could do the same thing on the back, but you don't really have to worry too much about it. So that's fit. Now this fits me nicely because I already fit it to my head, but what if it doesn't fit you? It's too tight or it's too loose. There's some Velcro straps on the side. They're right here. And you just pull that back, change it to your desired length. There's 1 on each side. Okay, that's essentially all you have to do to change the fitting. And you put it back on. Okay, that's because you don't want it to be too tight so that it's, yeah, it kind of gives you a headache. It was too tight on me at first, and it doesn't need to be tight at all, just enough so it's not going to fall off. Okay, great. Now let's show this on the brain model. Where do these lights go? So one's over the frontal lobe. You've got 1 over these sensory motor strips on the side, sensory and motor strips. And it's a little bit more posterior, so you get some of that somatic, we'll call somatosensory association areas, where a lot of information comes together and your brain decides what to do with it. And then we have 1 back here, again, over more of that association area, even more so. And then 1 down lower, so now we're getting into the occipital lobe, which is where your vision is. Another thing that's important about this is not just each lobe, it's what we call a default mode network. I won't get too much into that, but essentially it's just helping your brain work together in coherence. And it also has these 40 hertz and that's the frequency. The frequency the lights turn on and off. That's uniquely helpful for the brain. We think, and the light about 810 nanometers is the wavelength. That red light or infrared light, and that helps to penetrate the brain, get where it needs to go. Okay, enough of that science. So we fit it, showed on the brain model, the lobes, wavelengths, and now we're going to place with the nasal probe in, because this is a unique benefit as well. Most units don't have this, and most people don't want it, but it's what works, right? So you just, there's a little pincher here. Got to get my battery pack. So on here, see this, you press right here and it opens it up. Okay. And you just slide it on your nose, and that's it. Shines light up into your brain. Now, some people, that's going to fit just right. There's also a little rubber piece that's inside, and it's probably already on your nasal probe. And what you do is you slide that. You slide it on or off. If it's too tight, you want to take it off. And there's different sides to this. So there's one with a little knob on it. A knob on the top there. And I can put that, if I put that knob toward the blue part, it's going to pinch my nose more firmly. And if I turn it over with the knob up, it's going to pinch it less firmly. If I take it off entirely, it's going to pinch it even less. And this actually feels best for me to have none on at all. Okay, so there you go. And for me, also, the closer it is to the center, the more comfortable it is. Put it wherever you like, it's fine. One other note about cleaning it. Once you've taken the nasal probe out, it's good to wipe that off. Ideally, use a little alcohol to wipe it off. Soap and water, that's fine. Just a little rubbing is fine. This is it's got a cover over it, so you just clean the cover gently. Of course, don't immerse or dip it in anything. You're more likely to create some problems with the electrical stuff. So just wiping it off is a great way to do it. Right? Okay, how long do we use this? So we're already down. We went through unboxing, we went through assembly, we went through power, we went through checking the function, we went through fitting it to our head, and now we're on to how long and then how often. How long do we use this? It's set to go off in 20 minutes, which is good. Now, if for some reason 20 minutes seems too long for you, you can do it shorter time. It's fine. 20 minutes is what the research was done for. And how often? For improvement, we want to use this 6 days a week. I'll take this out because this might be distracting. So 6 days a week is a good amount to use it. And so that's for improvements. Now for maintenance, 3 to 4 days a week is probably sufficient. You never want to use it 7 days a week. It's good to have a break. It is theoretically possible to overdo this. Only use it once a day. Don't use it more than 6 days a week. If you feel like there's a problem because your brain just can't handle it, then use less time, maybe 10 minutes. You cut it off instead of waiting for it to go off automatically at 20 minutes, or you use it fewer days. Skip a day. Those are okay. And when you're packing back up and putting it in your container, it fits really nicely, but what you do is you put your charging block and your cords and everything in here in the bag, and you put your Vielight in like this, so that you can actually access the hole there. And then you're just going to stick your bag in there. So if you try to put your bag on top or underneath, that creates a problem. But as long as you stick it inside there, then this all fits really nicely. And then you can zip it back up. I like to store mine like that. That's all you need to know for the Vielight. It's fine to use for someone else in your family. In fact, I encourage it. I use this, and I encourage everyone in my family to use it. If you have any questions, please give us a call. So that's it. Have a great day, and may God bless you. Enjoy your Vielight.